The Young and the Restless spoilers hint that Sharon Newman's dream may finally be coming true. Will Sharon's romantic wish be granted when Nick Newman surrenders? As the week of May 12 to 16 winds down, Nick will re-enter territory that's quite familiar to him. I and our fans will see Nick revisit the past in some way, so this could involve Sharon and his feelings for her. Of course, Nick has been stuck on his "we're just friends" mantra for a while now, but Victoria Newman has been making predictions about her brother's reunion with Sharon. In fact, Victoria latched onto the idea so hard that Nick faked her out by pretending he secretly remarried his ex. Nick convinced Victoria that he eloped with Sharon in London before admitting he was just messing with his sister. However, it honestly would have been believable if Nick and Sharon really had tied the knot. Despite being in the friend zone for so long, their powerful connection has always teetered on the edge of something more. Sharon has been dreaming of getting back together with Nick for a while now, and though he previously pumped the brakes on any romantic reconnection, his view on the situation could be changing deep down. There's no denying that Sharon and Nick had a wonderful family trip, so they're feeling closer at this point. Nick may find it harder and harder to resist Sharon as the storyline moves along. Of course, Sharon also confided in Nick about Mariah Copeland and the betrayal she committed on her business trip. Mariah hasn't gone into the details, but Sharon obviously suspects that Mariah cheated on Tessa Porter. Maria's secret-keeping is already taking a toll on her relationship and pushing Tessa toward Daniel Romalotti Jr. Things are going to blow up into a real mess soon, so Nick will be there to support Sharon when she's feeling helpless over Mariah's pain. This could also give Sharon and Nick an opportunity to talk about their own history once more. Nick hurt Sharon deeply when he cheated with Phyllis Summers on more than one occasion, but maybe they could truly put all that behind them. Whatever the case, it looks like Nick and Sharon's relationship could evolve in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for updates on any daring decisions and romantic news to come. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Julie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Tuesday, May 13 reveal that Victor Newman will mull over a dangerous alliance, while Adam Newman has a hard time with his latest juggling act. Lily Winters will also get a surprise, so let's discuss what's coming up in Genoa City. First, we should talk about Damian Kane's upcoming meeting with Lily. It looks like Damian will admit he's interested in the Winters position Lily mentioned, so they'll need to go over some details. Lily wants Damian to serve as a spy and promise Aristotle Dumas inside access, but the real goal will be finding out Dumas' moves before he makes them. After Lily updates Damian on what she has in mind, she may promise there'll still be a place for him at the company when all the Dumas drama is over. Damian might have some ideas on how he can contribute since he'll manage to surprise Lily on Tuesday's show. Lily will be impressed over what she hears, so Damian could make a little progress when it comes to building trust between them. Over with Adam, he'll have a tough time juggling his personal relationship with Chelsea Lawson and their new working arrangement. Chelsea will obviously be in the same boat, but will she remain determined to push through all the obstacles and stick to their partnership? Since Chelsea is just getting started at Newman Media, maybe she just needs a chance to find her groove as a business team with Adam. Of course, it'd help if Victor would stop making shady demands, but Adam will just have to keep navigating all this as best as he can. As for Victor, he'll get an intriguing invitation on Tuesday's I and R episode. It'll be Phyllis Summers who wants to sit down for a conversation. One that could deliver important info to Victor if he's willing to offer her something in return. Phyllis will pitch the idea of an alliance, so Victor will listen to her terms and consider whether he can get on board. Since Victor struck a deal to fund a new venture for Audra Charles, Phyllis might push for the same thing since she wants to build a new empire with Daniel Romalotti Jr. However, Phyllis will have to prove her intel is worth something. Billy Abbott plans to sit back and let Aristotle Dumas handle Victor while he watches from afar. So that's indeed something Victor would want to know. That news may not be enough to score Phyllis a major reward, but it could still make Victor a risky ally. There may be more opportunities for Victor and Phyllis to join forces, since they've both been making some vengeful predictions against Billy lately. Don't bother asking young and restless Mariah if she can keep a secret. She most definitely can, even the whopper of one that's been eating away at her since she returned to Genoa City. And it turns out that portrayer Cameron Grimes knows what her character is hiding from wife Tessa, too. Kate Fairbanks tells Soap Opera Digest that she's tried to persuade her leading lady to spill the beans, but thus far, no luck. When the truth comes out, to both the audience and Fairbanks, all hell is likely to break loose. From the way Maria's been talking, whatever she did while away was so terrible, it could jeopardize the life that she's built with Tessa. Fairbanks says that she and Grimes are both absolutely up for the drama. But she also reassures fans that the start of a rocky patch doesn't necessarily mean the end of Tyria. On one hand, yes, if the couple did split up, it would be crushing. With little Arya in the picture, a family would be separated, Fairbanks notes, which is just a horrible feeling. Absolutely devastating. But on the other, it would give the marrieds a chance to find their way back to one another like so many other couples on the show have done over the years. If that were to happen, Fairbanks observes, it means the relationship can become even more important. What do you think? Will Tyria break up? The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of May 12 reveal that Tessa Porter thinks Maria's secret is her fault. Tessa still believes that Maria doesn't trust her because of the situation with Ian Ward. However, that is when Mariah can't bear Tessa's anguish. Mariah turns around and faces her wife and explains she's not the one who needs to be forgiven. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, May 12, suggest some interesting moments in the land of Genoa City. Someone outsmarts a rival, while a super couple hits a rough patch, and another couple decides it's time to pump the brakes on their romance. What's set to go down on Monday's show? Time to find out. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, May 12, imply that Phyllis Summers will attempt to outsmart Billy Abbott. The Y&R preview for the week of May 12 to 16 shows Phyllis at the Jazz Lounge with none other than Billy's nemesis, Victor Newman. While the moustache isn't Red's favorite person, as the old saying goes, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. It sounds like Phyllis will spill some intel to Victor, so Billy had better watch out. Speaking of the CBS soap's weekly promo, another clip shows Mariah Copeland and Tessa Porter having an emotional moment in the park. During the scene, Tessa wonders if believing Ian Ward was unforgivable. However, Mariah notes that she's the one who's done something that may not easily be forgiven. What is Mariah's secret all about, and will viewers learn about it during Monday's show? Only time will tell. Lastly, the Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday hint that Claire Newman will pump the brakes where her romance with Kyle Abbott is concerned. During the Friday, May 9 show, Victor had a meltdown when Claire told him that she was moving in with Kyle. After her grandpa stormed out of the mansion, Nikki Newman suggested that moving in with Kyle may not be a good idea after all. While she still supports Claire, Nikki reasoned that it may take a little more time for Victor to accept her romance with Kyle, but moving in with him and defying her grandpa would have the mustache dig his heels where Kylair is concerned. It looks like Claire will take her grandmother's advice and slow things down. With that said, how will Kyle feel about this all? What storyline are you most interested in seeing unfold during Monday's show? Share your thoughts. Tune into the CBS Soap Daily so you don't miss a moment of the drama, and visit SOS often for the best Young and the Restless spoilers, updates, and news. The Young and the Restless spoilers for Monday, May 12, 2025, reveal Phyllis Summers is plotting her revenge. After being ousted from Abbott Communications, she seeks to make Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra pay. Phyllis strikes a dangerous deal with Victor Newman, setting the stage for shocking consequences. Starting the episode, Phyllis Summers isn't one to stay quiet for long. On Monday, May 12, Phyllis will hatch a plan to strike a deal with Victor Newman. After being ousted from Abbott Communications, Phyllis is out for revenge, and she's not alone. Phyllis has something on Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra that could shake things up. Phyllis has always had a knack for scheming, and she's ready to use it to her advantage. She feels slighted by Billy, and now she wants to make him pay. Phyllis may also want to get back at Sally, who took her position as Billy's right-hand woman. Phyllis has some dirt, and she's eager to use it against the two. As Phyllis meets with Victor, the stakes get higher. She will dangle some juicy information in front of him. However, Phyllis isn't just handing over anything without a price. She'll demand something in return before she shares her intel. What could she want from Victor? It's likely she's aiming for a job at Newman Media or another division of Newman Enterprises. Victor might find himself intrigued by Phyllis's offer. After all, the information could help him protect his empire and take down Billy. However, Victor is no fool. He knows Phyllis is unpredictable. Will he agree to her terms, or will he decide she's too risky to work with? It's a dangerous game, but one that could pay off if the deal is right. Sally will be on high alert after hearing about Phyllis's meeting with Victor. She's already dealing with Billy's complicated feelings, but now she has to worry about Phyllis's potential alliance with Victor. If Sally and Billy catch wind of Phyllis's plan, it could add even more pressure to their already tense relationship. The Young and the Restless spoilers tease that Phyllis isn't done making waves. She's got more revenge planned, and Sally and Billy better watch their backs. Phyllis might be more of a wild card than they anticipated, and if she teams up with Victor, it could change everything for them. The big question remains, will Phyllis and Victor make a deal? Phyllis wants to be sure she gets what she deserves, and she's not afraid to push Victor into a corner. Will Victor agree, or will he see Phyllis's offer as too risky to entertain? Keep watching because this storyline is just heating up. The Young and the Restless spoilers promise more shocking twists ahead. Phyllis's return could cause chaos for Billy and Sally, and it looks like Victor may find himself in an uneasy alliance. Be sure to stick with Soap Opera Daily for all the latest updates on the Young and the Restless. Phyllis's plan to strike a deal with Victor is one to watch. Will it lead to the downfall of Billy and Sally? Stay tuned for all the latest twists and turns. Visit Soap Opera Daily for more updates and spoilers on The Young and the Restless. In a shocking turn of events on The Young and the Restless, long-buried secrets have surfaced, threatening to dismantle key relationships. The emotional fallout from a single night of betrayal between Mariah and Devin sends shockwaves through Genoa City as Abby uncovers the truth and Mariah grapples with overwhelming guilt. Tension has been building for weeks as Mariah begins acting out of character, hiding something significant from her partner, Tessa. Her vague responses and emotional distance prompt Tessa to investigate, leading to the devastating revelation that Mariah is pregnant and the father is Devin. What was intended to be a fleeting lapse in judgment now carries life-altering consequences. Meanwhile, Abby grows increasingly suspicious of Devin's behavior. His emotional detachment and physical absence signal something amiss. Determined to uncover the truth, Abby follows Devin and inadvertently overhears a private conversation between him and Mariah. The revelation that Mariah is expecting Devin's child leaves Abby stunned, betrayed, and furious. Her confrontation is explosive. Abby's world, carefully built on trust and love, collapses in an instant. Devin's attempts to explain are futile. Abby sees his betrayal as unforgivable, casting doubt on the future of their relationship. As Abby reels from the betrayal, Mariah is also struggling. Though she wants to confide in Tessa, the fear of judgment and shame keep her silent. Tessa, desperate to salvage their bond, pleads for honesty. But Mariah remains emotionally withdrawn, unable to articulate her internal conflict. Tessa's heartbreak deepens as she watches the woman she loves drift further away. Despite her pain, she continues to fight for their connection, urging Mariah to open up. But Mariah, burdened by trauma from her past, including painful memories of Ian Ward, finds herself emotionally paralyzed. With Mariah unwilling to share, Tessa finds unexpected comfort in a moment of vulnerability with Daniel. As she breaks down over her partner's secrecy, Daniel offers a listening ear and quiet support. This gesture, though small, becomes a crucial lifeline for Tessa, who feels increasingly isolated. Maria is trapped between guilt, fear, and the love she still holds for Tessa. She knows that her silence is eroding the foundation of their relationship, but she cannot find the courage to face the truth. As she sits alone, weighed down by remorse, the question remains: will she allow Tessa back into her world, or will the secrecy and emotional distance become irreparable? Similarly, Abby must decide whether she can forgive Devon, or if this betrayal marks the end of their marriage. With emotions running high and trust broken, the future for all involved remains uncertain. This storyline highlights the emotional complexity of betrayal, secrecy, and forgiveness. With multiple relationships on the brink, The Young and the Restless delivers a powerful narrative exploring how love can be tested when the truth comes to light. As Mariah, Tessa, Devon, and Abby navigate these emotional landmines, viewers are left to wonder, can any of these bonds be repaired, or have the consequences already gone too far? The Young and the Restless is celebrating romance like never before. On Wednesday, May 21, fans will be treated to a special standalone episode that spotlights 3 legendary couples in Genoa City. This unique hour focuses entirely on love, commitment, and connection. The Young and the Restless is bringing heart over hype, and we're here for it. Few couples in daytime television are as iconic as Victor and Nikki Newman. From hostile breakups to tender reunions, their journey has had it all. In this episode, we see them pause to reflect on everything they've endured together. The emotion is raw, real, and rooted in decades of soap history. Victor and Nikki also share their hope that their loved ones can experience a love just as enduring. It's a moment filled with warmth and wisdom. Next, the spotlight turns to Michael Baldwin and Lauren Fenmore. Their marriage has survived scandals, secrets, and setbacks. But in this episode, Michael takes a moment to remind Lauren that she is still his number one. He proves in the sweetest way that nothing matters more than their relationship. It's an intimate, powerful part of the episode, and a reminder that real love needs attention, even after years together. Jack Abbott also steps up to the romance plate with a surprise for Diane Jenkins. He acknowledges her hard work in renovating the Abbott family estate, but more importantly, he recognizes her place in his life. His heartfelt gift is not just about the house, it's about their shared future. It's touching, it's tender, and it shows that Jack is all in. This episode doesn't chase drama, it celebrates relationships. It strips things back to what makes The Young and the Restless so special, character-driven storytelling rooted in love. Fans will walk away feeling full, hopeful, and emotionally invested. The Young and the Restless honors romance in this unforgettable standalone episode. With deep emotion and powerful moments, love truly steals the show. Don't miss it on May 21, and keep reading Soap Opera Daily for all your The Young and the Restless updates. In The Young and the Restless, Genoa City is once again at the center of a high-stakes power play. Phyllis Summers, long known for her cunning and unpredictability, has returned to the strategic forefront with explosive intelligence involving Billy Abbott and the enigmatic Aristotle Dumas. But this time, her moves are more calculated than ever. She's not merely stirring the pot, she's looking to reshape the power structure. Amid her latest maneuverings, Phyllis approaches Victor Newman with valuable intel, aiming to trade secrets for influence. This isn't about favors or minor leverage. Phyllis is pushing for a position at Newman Media and possibly a future for her son, Daniel Romalotti. Her motivations are clear: reclaim lost ground and re-establish herself as a key power broker in Genoa City. What makes this shift particularly significant is her decision to engage with Victor, someone she has long had a turbulent and mistrustful relationship with. Despite the animosity, Phyllis believes the leverage she holds could convince Victor to form a temporary alliance. However, aligning with Victor also comes with risk, as the Newman patriarch is renowned for his cold calculations and intolerance for betrayal. The stakes are amplified by the shadowy presence of Aristotle Dumas, a mysterious figure whose identity remains unknown. Speculation ranges from Kane Ashby returning under a new identity to Tucker McCall operating covertly behind the scenes. If either theory proves accurate, it would imply that a powerful force has re-entered Genoa City's corporate battlefield with disruptive potential. Victor's interest in Dumas is personal and strategic. Historically, he has targeted Billy Abbott through media attacks and corporate sabotage, and any connection between Billy and Dumas gives Victor further incentive to act. Phyllis, understanding the depth of this rivalry, uses her intelligence to position herself as an indispensable asset. Yet the potential fallout is vast. If Victor rebuffs Phyllis, she may pivot sharply, possibly aligning with Billy or exposing secrets that trigger a new chain reaction. Her history of retaliatory moves suggests she won't remain idle if slighted. As alliances shift, the potential for a long-term partnership between Victor and Phyllis presents a powerful threat to both Billy Abbott and any allies tied to Dumas. The dynamic could redefine Genoa City's media and corporate sectors, particularly if Newman Enterprises regains control through covert strategy. Ultimately, this isn't merely a story of personal vendettas. It's a broad power struggle with far-reaching consequences. With Phyllis aiming to reinsert herself at the top and Victor considering unprecedented alliances, the chessboard is set for a dramatic escalation. Every move from here will shape the political and business landscape of Genoa City. As more secrets unravel, all eyes will be on whether Victor and Phyllis can sustain their alliance, or if mistrust will lead to another explosion. Meanwhile, the identity of Aristotle Dumas continues to hang over every decision, suggesting that the real game may only just be beginning. The Young and the Restless is gearing up for a dramatic shift with the return of Amanda Sinclair, portrayed by Michelle Morgan. Her reappearance is not just a nostalgic move, it's a strategic narrative development that may alter the power dynamics in Genoa City. According to recent reports, Amanda's return is connected to a powerful and enigmatic figure, Aristotle Dumas. In an exclusive interview with TV Insider, Morgan hinted that Amanda is returning to represent a highly influential client. While the show has yet to introduce Dumas on screen, speculation is mounting that Amanda either works for or is this elusive billionaire. This development comes at a critical moment, as Billy Abbott has been actively pursuing a connection with Dumas. The revelation that Amanda may serve as Dumas' legal representative introduces a layer of complexity that could redefine existing relationships. Amanda and Billy share a complicated past, filled with unresolved emotions and missed opportunities. Their former closeness, marked by emotional tension and romantic potential, could resurface if Amanda's alliance with Dumas puts her in direct conflict with Billy's goals. Should Amanda be leveraging her position against him, this sets the stage for high-stakes interpersonal drama. The situation grows more complex when considering Amanda's ties to Victor Newman. Victor previously informed Lily Winters that Dumas' team was investigating Chancellor Winters. If Amanda is part of that effort, she may be the operative behind the scenes, leveraging her history with Devon, Lily, and the Winters family to gain insider access. Her return also reopens personal wounds. Amanda was previously involved with Devon, who later betrayed her by engaging in an affair with Abby. Their subsequent marriage left unresolved emotional fallout. Upcoming interactions between Amanda and Abby are expected to be tense, with Amanda potentially asserting herself in a more calculating and assertive manner. Beyond personal entanglements, Amanda's presence may intersect with Phyllis Summers' current legal and ethical decline. Phyllis has been entangled in risky alliances and revenge plots, and Amanda could serve as a stabilizing force should she choose to intervene. Her legal expertise and moral clarity could play a critical role in mitigating further damage. In the latest developments unfolding in The Young and the Restless, a high-stakes corporate chess match emerges as powerful players reposition themselves amid whispers of betrayal, strategic realignments, and shadowy adversaries. At the center of this storm is the enigmatic billionaire Aristotle Dumas, whose concealed identity and calculated moves have pushed even Victor Newman to consider unprecedented alliances. Dumas has managed to infiltrate Genoa City's elite with unmatched precision. From cracking digital defenses to leveraging damaging intelligence, his maneuvers have alarmed even Victor Newman. In response, Victor initiates a surprising strategic partnership with Phyllis Summers, a move driven less by trust and more by necessity. Victor and Phyllis publicly announce a cooperative effort to protect Newman Enterprises against external threats. Behind the scenes, this alliance is anything but harmonious. Phyllis provides a deep investigative dossier implicating Billy Abbott and potentially Dumas himself, while Victor grants her temporary editorial control and a board seat. Terms negotiated in guarded silence and sealed with Bourbon diplomacy. Phyllis's first assignment? Launching a targeted expose to destabilize Abbott Industries under the guise of investigative journalism. This move sends shockwaves through Jack Abbott's leadership team and disrupts corporate operations. Billy Abbott doesn't remain silent. In a swift countermove, he conducts an emotionally charged media appearance, challenging the allegations. Public sentiment begins to shift, and pressure mounts on Newman Media's board to halt its attacks. Meanwhile, Dumas launches a clandestine financial offensive, short-selling Newman Enterprises stock and triggering market instability. Victor, now on the defensive, must navigate financial chaos and increasing internal dissent. In a bold tactical pivot, he secretly authorizes Adam Newman to investigate potential acquisitions that could neutralize both Dumas and Phyllis. Phyllis, sensing Victor's hesitation, strikes first. She covertly leaks evidence implicating Victor in past ethical violations, igniting boardroom unrest. The Abbott legal team launches a lawsuit, and their financial partners begin freezing joint accounts, intensifying the liquidity crisis. At the apex of the turmoil, Dumas reveals his identity in a high-profile press conference. Armed with comprehensive leverage over both Newman and Abbott factions, he announces an aggressive takeover bid, sending markets into a tailspin. Two distinct scenarios loom. Scenario A: Victor and Phyllis prevail if they preempt Dumas with their own revelations. They may reverse the tide. Stock prices could stabilize, public trust restored, and Phyllis might cement her influence with Victor's reluctant endorsement. Daniel Romalotti could rise as a fresh media figure in the new corporate order. Scenario B: total corporate breakdown. Should Victor misjudge Phyllis's ambition, she could orchestrate a boardroom coup. Dumas would exploit the ensuing collapse, gaining control while the Newman and Abbott empires fall into chaos. An emergency leadership coalition, or regulatory intervention, may be inevitable. The deeper narrative isn't just about mergers and market crashes. Relationships are strained to breaking points. Adam Newman may detach entirely, founding an independent outlet. Nikki attempts to mediate with quiet familial diplomacy. Daniel Romalotti, caught between loyalty and idealism, documents the crisis from a generational perspective, emerging as a voice of reason. Billy, meanwhile, strives to reclaim public trust through humanitarian efforts, casting himself as a principled counterpoint to the corporate scheming engulfing Genoa City. Regardless of which storyline unfolds, the alliance between Victor and Phyllis marks a dangerous convergence of ambition and desperation. Their temporary unity forms a volatile compound capable of shattering dynasties or forging an unprecedented new order. As Dumas tightens his grip and internal fractures widen, the question remains: did Victor Newman truly underestimate his adversaries, or is he executing a deeper strategy yet to be revealed? In The Young and the Restless, the budding romance between Claire Newman and Kyle Abbott continues to evolve, but not without the persistent tension rooted in decades of Newman-Abbott rivalry. While Claire and Kyle's connection has withstood Victor Newman's stern opposition, a new dynamic has emerged with Nikki Newman stepping in as a guiding force, bringing both emotional insight and strategic foresight. Despite Victor's traditional hardline approach, Nikki offers Claire more nuanced guidance. Aware of the volatile history between their families, Nikki urges her granddaughter to proceed with caution. Her concern isn't rooted in disapproval, but in the potential fallout a rushed relationship might cause, jeopardizing familial alliances and corporate stability. Claire, though deeply drawn to Kyle's emotional support and sincerity, internalizes Nikki's warnings. She acknowledges the broader implications of her relationship, where personal emotions intersect with intergenerational corporate and family politics. Nikki, drawing from her own life experiences involving both Jack Abbott and Victor Newman, reinforces that love within these power families must be built with intention and patience. Meanwhile, Kyle is grappling with his own reality. His recent clash with Victor has left him shaken but also liberated from long-standing family expectations. In a pivotal conversation, Claire shares her decision to move forward carefully, inspired by Nikki's wisdom. Kyle, in turn, reassures her that he respects her priorities and will work to foster unity rather than division between their families. Together, the couple begins navigating a carefully orchestrated relationship, balancing public discretion with private affection. Their quiet meetings and collaborative charitable plans reflect a deliberate attempt to build a foundation that could eventually mend long-standing family wounds. Nikki, ever observant, supports their measured approach, recognizing their strategy as a sign of maturity. Yet, the climate in Genoa City offers no reprieve. Rumors begin circulating, suggesting a possible engagement and corporate merger between Newman and Abbott interests. Victor closely monitors these developments, ready to intervene should he sense a threat to his legacy. Rival stakeholders, including Audra Charles and Nate Hastings, lurk in the background, ready to exploit any internal fractures. Nikki's long-term strategy for earning Victor's approval includes a diplomatic campaign, one that involves symbolic acts of respect, coordinated dialogues in neutral settings, and sustained demonstrations of loyalty to Newman values. For Claire and Kyle, success hinges on consistency, humility, and endurance, virtues rarely found in the impulsiveness of young love. Victor's acceptance, however, remains elusive. His trust is not easily earned and will not be granted without careful, repeated effort. Nikki insists that only through unified resolve and mutual respect can the couple shift his perspective and potentially transform familial animosity into an opportunity for alliance. As Claire prepares for the next emotional test orchestrated by Nikki, a calculated reality check involving financial reports and legacy documentation, she must evaluate the true weight of her decisions. Is love alone enough to overcome the entrenched fears and expectations of two dynasties? Kyle's loyalty is unwavering. He vows to face any opposition beside Claire, refusing to let fear dictate their path. But Victor's calculated next move, challenging Kyle's credibility before key investors, threatens to expose the vulnerabilities in their relationship under the harsh scrutiny of corporate warfare. Claire's response to this public pressure will be critical. Her choice, to stand by Kyle or retreat to safeguard her family's reputation, could define the future of both the Newman and Abbott legacies. Regardless of the outcome, Nikki's foresight is already proving prescient. If Claire and Kyle withstand the pressure, their partnership could emerge as a symbol of reconciliation and forward-thinking leadership in Genoa City. If not, the divide between the families may deepen, leaving love as yet another casualty in a long war for power. With all eyes on this unfolding drama, the upcoming episode promises high emotional stakes and pivotal decisions. Viewers will soon learn whether love, guided by wisdom and tempered by strategy, can truly bridge the generational divide. In upcoming The Young and the Restless developments, viewers can expect emotional turmoil and deep relationship challenges as Mariah's hidden secrets begin to surface. Upon her return from an extended business trip, Mariah's demeanor raised immediate red flags for Tessa. Despite their physical reunion, an emotional chasm had opened between them, sparking suspicion and concern. Tessa quickly sensed something was off, not just emotionally, but in Mariah's cryptic behavior and guarded communication. Matters escalated when Mariah dropped the unexpected news of her pregnancy. While such an announcement should be joyful, the absence of clarity around the baby's father cast a shadow over their future. Questions emerged. Could Devon be involved? And what implications would that have for Abby, his partner, and someone close to Tessa? As doubts consumed her, Tessa wrestled with unsettling thoughts. Was Mariah burdened by a hidden trauma, or perhaps even guilt from her business trip? One name resurfaced: Ian Ward. Tessa speculated that unresolved issues with Ian might be playing a role in Mariah's emotional distance. In an attempt to bridge the growing gap, Tessa initiated a heartfelt conversation. She gently suggested therapy or family counseling as a possible path forward. However, before they could make progress, Mariah delivered a crushing blow. She admitted she was the one who needed forgiveness. While on her business trip, she confessed to Sharon Newman that she had made a serious mistake while intoxicated, one she had concealed from Tessa until now. This revelation stunned Tessa, creating a collision of emotions: relief that the truth was finally emerging, but also profound heartbreak. Mariah's confession left many unanswered questions. Had she been unfaithful? Was the pregnancy a consequence of betrayal? Haunted by memories of past deceptions, Tessa found herself reliving the pain of previous wounds. The possibility that Mariah had once again crossed an unforgivable line forced Tessa to confront a brutal reality. The integrity of their relationship was at risk. Could she truly forgive Mariah if infidelity was involved? Faced with this emotional crossroads, Tessa emphasized the importance of truth and accountability. Her response was measured but firm. True reconciliation would require time, transparency, and a mutual commitment to healing. Mariah, visibly shaken, expressed regret and pleaded for understanding. Yet Tessa made it clear that forgiveness is not an automatic gift. It must be earned through sincere effort and change. As the couple stands at the brink, the path forward remains uncertain. Will their love endure the weight of this betrayal? Or will the cracks in their foundation prove irreparable? One thing is certain: Mariah and Tessa's journey is far from over, and the decisions they make in the coming days could define their relationship's future. An Emmy-winning actress is resurfacing on The Young and the Restless this week. An Emmy winner and fan favorite is returning to The Young and the Restless this week. Find out who and when, as well as all the show's comings and goings news. Plus, check out if any other popular stars from yesteryear are joining the soap this week or in the near future, if any newcomers are debuting in contract, recurring, or day player roles, and if anyone is leaving the CBS drama. Michelle Morgan's latest return as Amanda Sinclair, which was announced back in March, is finally materializing. Look for the attorney to be back on screen on Friday, May 16, to kick off a front-burner story arc. Morgan originally joined They and Our cast in 2013 as Hillary Curtis, but the character was killed off in 2018. She returned to the show as Hillary's long-lost twin in 2019. A popular super couple is heading home to Genoa City too. Laura Lee Bell and Michael Damian will be reprising their roles of Christine Blair Williams and Danny Romalotti soon. Bell released the news via an Instagram post featuring a photo of herself with Damian and Michael Graziadei, who plays Daniel. "Happy to be back for guaranteed good days ahead with these two," noted Bell. Kate Fairbanks continues to get more screen time as Tessa Porter. She's back this week for some emotional scenes opposite Cameron Grimes' Mariah, beginning Monday, May 12. The Young and the Restless spoilers for the week of May 12, 2025, are here. Fans can expect to find out Cole Howard's diagnosis. Meanwhile, Sally Spectra and Chelsea Lawson have a nasty feud. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up next week in the CBS soap opera. Let's begin with Cole, who keeps coughing but is hoping it's just a cold. Victoria Newman urged him to see a doctor. Cole did just that and has been waiting for test results. It's looking more and more like Cole is going to be given a deadly diagnosis. So this will leave Victoria and Claire Grace Newman devastated. Over with Mariah Copeland, she is keeping a secret from Tessa Porter. Fans don't know what the secret is yet, but Maria seems convinced Tessa will leave her if she ever finds out the truth. Maria isn't very good at deception or keeping secrets, so Tessa is already suspicious. This could eventually lead Tessa to confront her wife. The Young and the Restless spoilers for next week reveal that Sally and Chelsea will get into a heated argument. Chelsea just learned that Victor Newman wants Newman Media to do another hit piece on Billy Abbott. While Adam Newman will try to do damage control with Chelsea, it could also cause issues with Sally. Adam keeps saying Victor gave the orders, but Chelsea will think he should stand up to his father. Chelsea could feel compelled to warn Billy as well. It is also teased that Kyle Abbott will blow up. This likely comes after Victor makes another power play against Kyle. Once that happens, it will leave room for Audra Charles to make a bold move. That should become easier for Audra once Claire learns about Cole's sickness. Claire will spend more time with her parents and less with Kyle, giving Audra an opportunity. However, Nate Hastings could have growing concerns about Audra's deal with Victor. There is also Lily Winters, who doesn't trust Audra. Lily also noticed the looks between Audra and Holden Novak. Speaking of Lily, what comes after she makes a shocking business deal? Lily is acting all high and mighty now, but something tells me she's going to get humbled very soon.